Thank you, Erner. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Could you please state your full name for the record?
Raymond Jerome Lee.
And sir, are you currently employed?
Yes,
Where do you work?
at Midwest Transportation.
Okay. And how long have you worked there?
2.5 years.
Okay. So I'd like to turn your attention to the time frame of October the 23rd of 2003 at about 8 p.m. Where were you at around that time on that day?
Home.
Okay. Where did you live?
I don't forgot the address, but on Eskimo
Okay.
in
And
Tampa.
That's in here in Hillsborough County.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes, correct.
Who were you living with?
Me and Elaine Caldwell, my girlfriend.
Okay. Was there anyone else living in the home at the time?
Yes,
Who?
our daughter.
How old was your daughter?
Was
Relevance.
Sustained.
So at the time of October the 23rd of 2003 at 8 p.m., what were you doing at your home?
I was watching television in the den.
Were you with anyone in the den?
Yes,
Who were you with?
my daughter.
And was Elaine Caldwell home as well?
Yes, she were.
Where was she?
She was in the bedroom doing her hair.
And did something out of the ordinary happen?
Yes,
What happened?
I had someone come into my house that wasn't invited in my house.
And what did the person do?
Well, he came in with a gun. He came in to rob me.
So when this individual came into your home, do you know if he had anything covering his face? Did he have a mask or anything on?
No, he didn't have no mask on. He had a hat on, but he didn't have no mask.
And did he speak with you? Did he say anything to you?
Yes, he would ask who was all in the house.
And what did you say?
My girlfriend, Elaine.
Okay. And at that point, what happened after you said that to him?
He asked me to get up, and me and my daughter got up, and he walked us into the next bedroom where she was at. And once I called her, I say, Lanier, and she,
Objection, hearsay.
You can answer the question.
okay, and she turned around and looked and seen the three of us.
Objection, speculation.
Rephrase the question.
What happened after you entered the bedroom with Elaine Caldwell?
Ronnie attempted to with the gun, and she started screaming when she saw an uninvited guest behind me with the gun to my head, and she just started screaming hysterical.
And then what happened after that?
And okay, so when she was screaming hysterical, and I kept telling her to be quiet, and he kept handing the gun to my head, and he kept saying, well, where's the money? And she kept screaming, and then he pointed the gun at her, and he kept saying, be quiet, and I kept trying to tell her to be quiet too. And then my daughter was crying also and stuff, and
Objection, relevance.
Go ahead.
and my daughter kept screaming, and she was crying and stuff too. And then Ronnie had pointed the gun, and he told her that he wasn't gonna hurt her, and he kissed her on the forehead and said, I'm not gonna hurt you and stuff. So he pointed the gun back at Elaine because she kept screaming and stuff. So what I did was I reached for the gun, and we went to tussling with the gun and stuff like that, and the gun went off. I thought that it shot up in the ceiling, but it hit her in the head.
Okay. Did you see Elaine Caldwell get hit in the head or get shot?
Yes.
And then how did she react after she got shot?
Well, she fell.
Okay. What did the defendant do after that?
Three of us, we all freaked out. You know what I'm saying? That the gun went off in the bedroom and seen her fall and stuff. And he kept saying, well, where the money was. And then my daughter said, it's out there in the car. It's in the trunk out there in the car and stuff. So he was leading us out, going out the front door and stuff. And once we did get out the front door, I pushed my daughter and I told her to run and stuff. And Ronnie ran down one way and I ran across the street trying to get help.
At some point, did you give Ronnie Walker money?
Yes.
Okay. How much did you give him?
Probably about $500 I had in my back pocket.
At what point did you give him this money? Is it before you went into the bedroom with Elaine Caldwell or after?
I can't quite remember, but I think he probably took it before we went in the bedroom with Lanier.
So after Mr. And do you see that person who was in your home and shot Elaine Caldwell in the courtroom today?
Of course I do.
Can you please identify him by an article of clothing?
Yes, right there with the gray suit on with the sunglasses or whatever shades on. Sent to the table right there.
You want to
Never
make the record reflect the witness has identified the defendant?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so, do you know which one happened first in time? Do you remember whether when he entered the home and he asked you for money, whether he ultimately got that money from you before you went into the bedroom?
On a scale from 1 to 10, I give it an 8 that he took it. I gave him the money before we went into the bedroom.
Okay. And do you remember Mr. Ronny Walker still asking for more money?
Oh, of course.
Okay. So tell us what happened at that point.
When we was in the bedroom,
Answer, Judge.
Sustained.
After you gave him the $500, was there a time that he asked for more money?
yes, when we walked into the bedroom. See, he took the money from me while we was in the den.
Okay.
As we was walking to the room where Elaine was doing her hair at, right? That's when he kept asking for more money.
Okay. All right. And after Elaine Caldwell was shot, did he continue to ask for more money?
No.
Did he take you outside for more money?
Right. Yeah, we walked back outside because my daughter had said that it's in the
Objection, hearsay.
Goes to, okay. You can answer the question.
she said that it was in the trunk of the car. She was saying that to get him
Objection, speculation.
out of the house.
Hold on. Sustained.
All right, Judge, I'd ask you to strike that.
Strike the last statement.
Did you walk out of the house with Ronny Walker and your daughter?
Yes.
Ask and answer, Judge.
Sustained.
Under what circumstances did you walk out the house, out of your home? After
Ask and
Elaine,
answer, Judge.
may we approach?
I'll overrule that, Judge.
Under what circumstances did you walk out of your home after Elaine Caldwell was shot?
Up under the distress of Ronny Walker with a gun walking us, we going out the front door.
Did he still have the gun pointed
Of-
at you?
Of course.
At any point during this incident, did Ronny Walker also have the gun pointed at your daughter?
Yes.
Objection, relevance.
Sustained.
It goes to the aggravator, Your Honor.
I'll sustain the objection.
Okay. At any point in time, did Ronny Walker have the gun specifically pointed at Elaine Caldwell?
Yes.
Judge, I would ask for an answer concerning the daughter. And ask, tell the jury to disregard.
May we approach, Your Honor?
No, I'll strike it.
Did you ever give Ronny Walker permission to enter your home?
No, I didn't.
Did you know Ronny Walker before this day, October the 23rd of
No.
2003?
No.
Your Honor, may I have a moment?
Yes, ma'am.
I have no further questions.
Cross.
Good afternoon. So, sir, you've been convicted of 6 felonies, is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. And you indicated that Mr. Walker, who you've identified as being in your house that day, had kissed your daughter's head and said he was not going to hurt her, correct?
Correct.
And he had said he's not going to hurt her because he has 2 daughters of his own, correct?
Correct.
Right. And you indicated and you told the jury that basically you are tussling with him at some point, and that's when the gun, quote, goes off, correct?
Correct.
And at some point, Mr. Walker tried to get out of the house, didn't he?
Of course, all of us tried to get. Yes.
Before that, didn't he try to exit the home?
Before that,
Yes, before you walk out to the car with Mr. Walker and your daughter, doesn't he try to get out of the house?
No.
You didn't just tell me that in deposition?
No, when I said what I said was we all was going out of the house, not him trying to get out of the house on his own and leave us in there.
Okay.
We was all going out to the car, so-called, to get money from out of the trunk of the car.
Okay, understood. So are you denying that you just told me under oath in deposition?
Sustained.
Well, let me ask you this question
Okay.
and see. Did you in fact just give us a deposition?
Yes, I did.
Overruled.
Did you just give us a deposition?
Yes, I did.
Were you placed under oath at the time? to
Yes,
tell
I
the truth?
were.
Okay, and did you speak with myself and Miss Fawcett?
Yes, I did.
Right? All right. Let me ask you, did you make the following response to the following question or the following response and tell us that at some point before you walk outside with Mr. Walker and your daughter, Mr. Walker was trying to get out of the house on his own?
Maybe I misunderstood what you were saying.
Everybody be
If I
quiet.
did,
Hold
if
on.
I,
One at a time. Don't speak over each other because this young lady right here can't write down 3 conversations anymore. So there's been an objection, grounds, overruled.
Okay. All right. And you indicated that Ronnie asked for money. Is that right?
that's correct.
And he was asking that several times, right?
That's correct.
Okay. And may I have a moment, Your Honor?
Yes, ma'am.
No other questions. Thank you, Mr. Lee.
Do you read?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
May this witness be excused?
Yes.
Thank you, Steve. State your card, next witness.